Alhamdulillah, As-salatu was-salamu ala Rasulihil Kareem. Amma ba'ad, fa'auzu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Rabbi yassir wa la tu'assir wa tammim bil khair. Wa bika nasta'inu ya fattahu, ya fattahu, ya fattahu. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri. Wahlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Allahumma faqihna fid din. Ameen. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. How are you, everybody? Alhamdulillah, I'm also good. In today's lesson, inshallah, we would continue with studying Ajwaf. And in Ajwaf, today, we are going to study changes in other word forms. So far, in previous two lessons, we studied past tense, regular past tense, and regular present tense. So changes in regular past tense and regular present tense in all of the 14 sighat. And you can see that there is no change or abnormality in the masdar pattern, qawlan. So the root letter is qaf, waw, and lam. So there's no irregularity in masdar. So obviously we are not going to discuss because there's no change. So we are not going to do masdar. But the other forms of word in sarf saghir, like ism fa'il, past passive, which is called fa'il madi mabni lil majhul, and present passive. Let me make it the change. The word form having changes or irregularity are ism fa'il, past passive, فعل ماضي مبني للمجهول, فعل مضارع مبني للمجهول, اسم مفعول. Then we already did in last lesson, we already did the commanding form and the forbidding form. And then we are going to study the zarf and ism tafdeel and ism sifa, inshallah. So today's topic is studying changes in other word forms when ajwaf comes in mujarrad families. So فعل ماضي مجهول, فعل مضارع, اسم فاعل, اسم مفعول, اسم ظرف, اسم تفضيل, and اسم صفة patterns. Okay, so let's go to the first form that we already did regular past tense, present tense, and now we are coming to ism fa'il. Okay, so ism fa'il, the root letter we have in ajwaf, in the keyword in ajwaf we have is qa wa la, qala yaqulu, right? So the root letters are qaf, waw, and lam. And the pattern for ism fa'il in mujarrad is fa'ilun, fa'ilun. So if we put if we follow the pattern, it would be qabilun, right? Qabilun. But this is waw is weak letter, so it is replaced with hamza. It is replaced with hamza. So we have a irregularity here that the vowel is replaced with hamza in ism fa'il. Okay, so it becomes fa'ilun, qa'ilun, qa'ilun. So ism fa'il is qa'ilun. And you know, for ism maf'ul, we have pattern of maf'ulun, the same in family 1, Sulasi Mujarrad, we have the same pattern, maf'ulun. And if we follow the same pattern with this root letter qaf, waw, and lam, it would be maqwulun, right? So if we follow the pattern maf'ulun, it would be maqwulun. So again, this is heavy. This is not smooth. So instead of maqwulun, it becomes maqulun. Okay. This vowel is dropped. Let me show you. This vowel is dropped, and this dhamma goes to the preceding letter. So it becomes maqulun. Okay. So that's how ism maf'ul is in Ajwaf. Okay. So far so good. Now coming to fi'l madi lil majhul. You know, the fi'l madi mabni lil majhul has a pattern or wazn. In Arabic it is called wazn. In English we call it pattern. So the pattern or the weight or wazn of fi'l madi mabni lil majhul is fu'ila. Fu'ila. So if we follow the same pattern, it would become quwila. Quwila. Again, you can see that the vowel, which is weak letter, has kasra. So instead of quwila, we drop vowel, and this kasra goes back to the previous letter. So it becomes qila. So huwa qila, huma qila, hum qilu. He was told, they both were told, they all were told. Okay. So because this is a passive form. And then the rest of the 14 sigat for past passive sarf kabir is qilat, hiya qilat, huma qilata, hunna again, qilna. It would be qilna. If we keep this ya here, it would be qilna. So again, when it comes to hunna, this extra letter which is there in the huwa, huma, hum, and hiya, huma forms, this extra letter ya is dropped here in hunna form. So it becomes qilna. Qilna. They all females were told. Qilna. Then, because you know, in past tense, when hunna gets changed, then the rest of the forms are also changed. So hunna qilna, anta qilta, antuma qiltuma, antum qiltum, anti qilti, antuma qiltuma, antunna qiltunna, then qiltu and qilna, ana qiltu and nahnu qilna. Okay, so that's how the past passive is. So past passive, instead of quvila, it is qila. Qila. He was told. Okay. Qilta. You were told. Qilti. You were told when you are talking to a single lady or single female. Okay. So, and ana qiltu, nahnu qilna. So this was past passive madi, fi'l madi mabni lil majhul in Ajwaf. This was fi'l madi mabni lil majhul in Ajwaf. And now we are moving on to fi'l mudari mabni lil majhul. So all these changes that we are doing are termed as ta'lilat. Ta'lilat. The changes that we need to do because of this weak letter in the middle, because of the Ajwaf irregularity, the changes that are there are known as ta'lilat. Okay, so you know, present tense passive has a pattern of yuf'alu. Yuf'alu. So if you follow the pattern of yuf'alu, it would be yuqwalu. Yuqwalu. So again, this on this vowel weak letter, you have fatha. So the weak letter is dropped. The weak letter drops, and this fatha is transferred to the letter before it. Okay, so it becomes yuqalu. And because now this qaf has fatha, so accordingly an alif comes here. Because now this qaf, which is fa letter, has fatha, so fatha corresponds to alif. So we instead of waw, we put alif here. So yuqalu. That's how the changes are there in huwa form. So once you have huwa form, then it is very easy to go for other forms. So huwa yuqalu, huma yuqalani, hum yuqaluna. Okay. Then huwa yuqalu, hiya tuqalu, anta tuqalu, anti tuqalina, ana uqalu, nahnu nuqalu. Okay. And then the tasniya form are huma yuqalani, huma muannasuma tuqalani, then both antuma tuqalani. So huwa yuqalu, if you go from one by one, sequence wise, huwa yuqalu, huma yuqalani, hum yuqaluna, hiya tuqalu, huma tuqalani. When you come to hunna, again you have two sukun together. Again you have two sukun together. So you need to smooth it out and drop the vowel. So it because you dropped alif, so you put fatha on the qaf letter, on this fa letter. So it becomes yuqalna. In fi'l mudari mabni lil majhul, it becomes yuqalna. They are told. Who? All females. All females, they are told. So yuqalna. But you know, in a present tense, the changes that occur in hunna remains to hunna, or the same change happens in antunna. But anta, anti, antuma, they are separate. It's not like fi'l madi when there is a change at hunna form and the rest follows. Remember when we were doing the previous, hold on, like this. In here, in past tense, whether it's a regular form or it is a passive form, the change that occurs at the level of hunna is trickle down to the nahnu form, like anta, antuma, antum, anti, antuma, antunna, ana, and nahnu. They follow the same pattern as hunna in past tense, but not in the present tense. Okay, so in present tense, anta, anti is different, and anta, anti, antuma, they are different. Okay, so anta tuqalu, just like yuqalu. And then tuqalani, antuma tuqalani, antum tuqaluna. Ta beginning, una ending. But following the passive pattern, which is yufalu, 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 tuqaluna, tuqalina, tuqalani, then antunna, tuqalna, antunna, tuqalna, just like yuqalna, hunna yuqalna, antunna tuqalna, then ana uqalu, nahnu nuqalu. So here the obviously this is passive. This is fi'l mudari mabni lil majhul. So yuqalu, he is told, and tuqalu, she is told, or uqalu, I'm I'm being told, or we are told. Okay, so this is passive. This is passive form. Now we did the past passive, present passive, ism fa'il, and ism maf'ul. Moving on to ism zarf. This one, okay, because commanding and forbidding, fi'l amr and fi'l nahi, we already did in the last lesson. So we are moving on to ism zarf. Okay, so ism zarf has maf'alun, maf'ilun, and maf'alatun pattern. Three awzan. Three awzan are there for mujarrad families. Ism zarf. Maf'alun, maf'ilun, maf'alatun. So if you follow the same pattern, maf'alun, it would be maqwalun. Again, this waw is dropped, and this fatha goes to the fa letter, and because of fatha, you put alif after fa letter, and it becomes maqalun. So actual zarf for qala yaqulu, for Sulasi Mujarrad is maqalun, okay, on the pattern of maf'alun. And on the pattern of maf'ilun, it becomes maqilun. This kasra goes to, this waw is dropped and kasra goes to the fa letter, and because kasra is there, so we add ya over here. So on the pattern of maf'ilun, this qala yaqulu has ism zarf of maqilun. And then the third pattern is for zarf is maf'alatun. Maf'alatun. So it becomes maqalatun. Instead of maqalun, maqalatun. Let me just tell you a misprinting in the dream book. You have this one here. The ism zarf is written miqwalun. The third, instead of maqilun, it is written miqwalun. Mif'alun is a pattern of ism ala, not ism zarf. So this is misprinting over here. You can check in your dream book also and make a correction over there. Okay, so maqilun is the ism zarf, not miqwalun. Here on page, look, here the zarf always follows the pattern maf'alun, mafilun, mafalatun. But here, maf'alun, maqalun, maqalatun, maqilun. It should be maqilun. So there is a misprinting over here. You should check. This is page 88. And it is not only for qala yaqulu, it is for nala yanulu, nala yanalu also. Min yalun. Mif'alun is pattern for ism ala, not ism zarf. So these are a mistake over here on page 88 and 87. Okay. Okay, going back to where were we? Here. So we were doing ism zarf. So ism zarf for Ajwaf in Sulasi Mujarrad is maf'alun, mafilun, and mafalatun. These are the pattern. And for qala yaqulu, it is maqalun, maqilun, maqalatun. Now going to coming to ism tafdil. Ism tafdil we usually don't do in sarf saghir, but just to let you know that ism tafdil pattern here, you know, ism tafdil pattern is af'alu, akbaru, right? Af'alu. So here in Ajwaf, the pattern remains the same, and the vowel is there and it vowel is considered normal in ism tabdil. So qama yaqumu, aqwamu, bana yabinu, abiyanu. So it is normal. There is no irregularities, ism tafdeel. Just to let you know, though there is a weak letter in between, but here this weak letter is considered normal in ism tafdeel. Now ism sifa. Ism sifa, you know that ism sifa follows the pattern of fa'ilun, right? Ism sifa, fa'ilun. So for qama yaqumu, it becomes qawama, which is the root letter for qama yaqumu is qaf, waw, and mim. So it becomes qayyimun. The ya, because in fa'ilun, look, in fa'ilun you have ya already in the pattern. In that version, in that pattern, you already have a weak letter, ya. So in qawama, this waw is changed to replaced with ya. So fa'ilun becomes qayyimun, because now there are two ya. This waw becomes the ya, and there is a ya from the pattern, so it becomes two ya. And obviously when two ya are there, they merge, and we put a shadda on it. So qama yaqumu has ism sifa like qayyimun. Bana yabinu is has a ism sifa of bayyinun, and lam yanun is layyin. So that's how ism sifa is. So far we did all these pattern, and this is from last class, the commanding fail. So qul is the fail amr, commanding fail, and we did it last time, alhamdulillah. This is the forbidding form, la taqul. And these are slides from the last lesson. Commanding and forbidding for bab samia and other forms like fail mudari, marfu, mansub, and this is majzoom. This is majzoom form, the lightest form. So far, alhamdulillah, we did the other forms of, let me show you. We did the other forms of sarf saghir in Mujarrad family. So with today's lesson, Ajwaf irregularity in the Mujarrad families we just completed, and inshallah in next lesson we are going to we are moving on to the Mazid Fihi families. Ajwaf irregularity in Mazid Fihi family, and this is the exercise that you need to do, and we are going to practice this in the live session. So these are Ajwaf words, and you need to do, now you need to do the sarf saghir of these Ajwaf words. Okay. So inshallah we'll do in our live session. Let's conclude this session with dua. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika nashhadu an la ilaha illa anta nastaghfiruka wa natubu ilayk. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.